أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. So we did some work on mudaf ilayh in the last class, and we went over some rules. There are some rules for a fragment to be called mudaf ilayh. Again, fragment is a part of a sentence. It's not a full sentence, but it's more than a word usually. So mudaf ilayh. There were some rules for a word to be called mudaf, for an ism to be called mudaf, and there were rules for an ism to be called mudaf ilayh. So I hope you remember that from the last class, and that is what the first question I am going to ask. Okay. Okay, let me call a name and then we go from there. Umar Muhammad. Umar Muhammad.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. What are the rules for a word? What are the features that a word has to have to be called mudaf? Do you know, Umar? You don't know? Okay. Brother Rauf Abed.
Can you hear me?
Yes, please go ahead.
I don't know.
You don't know?
No. I wasn't able to attend last week.
Oh, you didn't? Okay.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Brother Zahir Ahmad.
Yes, there are two conditions for mudaf. It is always light and it does not take al.
Okay.
And for the mudaf alay, we said it is always in a jar status.
Yeah, okay, good. Thank you, Brother Zahir.
You are welcome.
So two conditions for mudaf, only one condition for mudaf ilayh. I need to repeat that. So I hope everybody knows what I'm talking about. So Abdullah, he rose his hand just a second ago.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Go ahead, Abdullah. So what are the two conditions for a word to be called mudaf?
It is always white. And doesn't take O.
Okay.
And
what is the condition for mudaf ilayh?
jar. Like the jar status.
Jar status. Okay, you have to be a little loud, huh? Okay, so simple. Mudaf needs to meet two conditions. It has to be light, and it does not take all at the beginning. There are additional al we know about. And mudaf ilayhi, it has only one condition that it has to meet, and it is supposed to be in jar status, always in jar status. For example, Rasulullahi. Rasulu is mudaf because it is light. There is no noon sound. It is not Rasulun. There is no noon sound, and there is no al at the beginning. And Allahi is in jar status. So the combination of these two words is called mudaf ilayh. And we put on, when we are translating, we put a word of in the middle. So it is, Rasul means messenger. So messenger of Allah. Okay. All right. Now we are going to identify mudaf ilayh. I have a few words that we are going to use to identify mudaf ilayh. I'm going to ask the participants. Saad.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. First one, is it a mudaf ilayh or not?
Yes, it looks like one.
Why you say yes?
Because the ibadu, which is a mudaf, does not have al, and it is light. And then the mudaf ilayh is jar status. Oh no,
Okay.
it actually isn't. It's Annie. It is not.
Why it is not?
It ends with an Annie sound. Ar-Rahmani.
So what is the problem with that?
Annie is
Does
rafa.
mudaf ilayhi has to be light?
Mudaf ilayh has to be in jar status.
Does it have to be light?
Yes.
There is only one rule for mudaf ilayhi, Saad, and that is it has to be in jar status. It doesn't have to be light. There is no rule about that. The rule of being light is only for mudaf. Hmm? Do you understand what I'm saying, Saad?
Yes.
So is it mudaf ilayhi or not?
No.
No? Okay, anybody disagree with Saad?
It is supposed to be.
It is mudaf. Brother Talha, so you said it is mudaf ilayhi.
Yes, it's a
So
mudaf ilayh.
can you explain why it is mudaf ilayhi?
So there are two conditions should be met. The first one is the so ibadu is the mudaf. So for the mudaf we have two conditions. The first one is it should be light, and the
Mhm.
second one it should not have al. So it is meeting that thing. Ar-Rahman it should be in jar status. So Ar-Rahmani is in the jar status.
Very good. Yeah, Saad got confused. He thought mudaf ilayhi has to be light. No, there is no condition to be light for mudaf ilayhi. So it is mudaf ilayhi. Very good. Thank you, Brother Talha. Azabin alimin. We need to know if it is mudaf ilayhi or not. Brother Abid Siddiqui, what do you think?
No, it is not.
Why?
Because the bin is not light.
It is heavy, right?
Yeah, it is heavy.
Yeah. So once one condition doesn't meet, we don't have to look any further. Done.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is not. It cannot be mudaf ilayhi. It is a noon sound. Azabin, right?
right,
So this
right.
is azabin cannot be a mudaf. So therefore, it is not a mudaf ilayhi. Thank you, brother Abid. Uh, okay. Now we have M Asif. Muhammad Asif? I'm not sure. M Asif.
Shubhas, he is just observer today. He just joined class.
Okay. All right. Sister Maryam Ahmad. Okay, I already.
Seven.
Okay, Naru Jahannama.
Naru be
Is it light, sister?
light.
Naru?
Naru is light.
Yeah. There is al with it or no?
There's no al on there.
So it meets the two conditions of,
Yeah, for to be
yeah. Jahannama is a
because
name of a
Jahannama.
place. So
Yeah,
Jahannama, Jahannama.
Jahannam. No, because it
So
doesn't
it
give
could be
the
jar, right?
Jahannam. No, jar.
So it meets all the conditions.
No condition, yes.
Yeah. So two conditions for mudaf, one condition for mudaf ilayhi. Thank you, sister. The first mudaf has to meet the two conditions are no al, it has to be light. Jahannama is in jar status because it is partly flexible. It's a name of a place. So Jahannamu, Rafa, Jahannama, Nasab, Nahannama, Jar. Next one will be again Abdullahi. You see Abda, slave, mean and its meaning is slave and it is light and no al. Allahi is in jar status. Abdullahi, slave of Allah. So it is mudaf ilayh. Okay. So I will not go through all of them. Inshallah, you can go through them in the breakout rooms. So we need to go in. We need to actually learn something more about mudaf ilayh. So I'm showing to show you something which you already know, which you all already know. Kitabuhu, kitabuhum, kitabuka, kitabukum, kitabi, kitabuna. His book, their book, your book, book of you all, my book, your book. These are these are attached pronouns. You already know about them. A bad translation will be this. His book could be, I could say, book of his. Kitabuhum, book of theirs. Kitabuka, book of yours. Kitabi, book of mine. Kitabuna, book of ours. This is not good English, but we could say that. Now, listen. I told you already that for attached pronouns, we have a different set of rules for telling the status. Rafa, nasab, or jar. We have already learned one of those rules. Does anybody remember what that rule was? For pronouns, for telling status, we already know one rule. Badr Taimur, yes.
All detached pronouns are always Rafa status.
Very good. Thank you, Brother Taimur. All detached pronouns are in Rafa status. Okay. We are going to learn the second rule today about the attached pronouns actually this time. What is that rule? Whenever a pronoun is attached to an ism, it is always in jar status. We don't look at what haraka is on there. We don't look what the ending sound is. We don't care about that. When we see a pronoun is attached to an ism, right away we say that pronoun is in jar status. So, who? Its status is jar because it is attached to a pronoun. Kitab is a pronoun. Kitab means book. Hum, jar status. Ka, jar status. Kum, jar status. This ya is in jar status. And this na is in jar status. Okay? So this is the second rule we have learned about telling the status of a pronoun. Whenever a pronoun is attached to an ism, we have to be sure it is ism. Whenever a pronoun is attached to an ism, it is always in jar status. And the resulting fragment is called mudaf mudaf ilayh. These are all mudaf mudaf ilayh. Okay? Remember, this will come in Quran so many times that a pronoun is attached to an ism, and when you see that pronoun is in jar status, even if it has a dhamma on it, we don't care. Dhamma, fathas, kasra, we don't look at the haraka. We just say because it is attached to an ism, therefore it is in jar status, and the fragment is called mudaf mudaf ilayh. So kitabuhu, kitabuhum, kitabuka, kitabukum, kitabi, kitabuna, kitabuha, kitabuhunna, kitabuki, kitabukunna, kitabi, kitabuna, all feminine as well. They are all mudaf mudaf ilayh. Okay? Remember that. Never forget it. It's used in Quran very, very much. A lot. Okay, now, if you remember, we learned the 4 properties of ism, and the last property was type. And we learned that all ism are assumed or considered to be common unless there is a reason to call it proper. And then we went over the reason, proper names of places and people, the nouns or isms starting with al, all the pronouns, attached and detached, they are proper nouns. Asma'ul ishara, they are proper nouns. The conjunctive nouns, asma'ul mawsula, they are proper nouns. And then one thing we learned that a mudaf, if mudaf ilayh is proper, mudaf is proper. So the type of mudaf depends on mudaf ilayh. If mudaf ilayh is proper, then the mudaf is proper. For example, Rasulullahi. Rasul is common noun. It could be any messenger. Allahi, because this is a proper noun, now Rasul is also proper. Because mudaf ilayh is proper, that's why mudaf is also proper. Ali Fir'aun. Ali means family. Family of Fir'aun. Family could be any family. So Ali is common noun. But because its mudaf ilayh is proper, therefore this Ali is also proper now. It is not any family, it is family of Fir'aun. It is a proper noun. Okay? Baituhu. Who is a pronoun. Pronouns are who is a mudaf ilayh. and it is a proper noun. So baitu is also proper noun. So remember the type of mudaf. Is it proper or common? Depends on mudaf ilay. If mudaf ilay is proper, then mudaf is also proper. So now you know. I showed you before, but now because you know what is mudaf ilay, so I thought I show you again, so you know what we talked about previously. Okay. Now I need a volunteer to do an exercise. Hiba.
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum salam. We need to translate this into Arabic. Father of Musa.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
I give you the vocabulary. Father, Abun, Musa is Musa.
Okay.
This is mudaf ilayh. So do it.
Okay, so Musa, it's already light and it doesn't have any al.
Come
And then
on. Which one is mudaf?
sorry.
Which one is supposed to be mudaf and which one is supposed to be mudaf ilayh?
Oh, sorry. Abu is the first word. So it doesn't have al, but it's not light, so you have to remove the tanween. So now it's Abu.
Okay.
And then for Musa, you have to change it. Since it's a flexible or
It's non-flexible.
non-flexible, it's jar.
Yeah, Musa. Rafa nasab jar, it doesn't change. Abu Musa. So what does it mean?
Father Musa.
But this is wrong. You did what I have taught you. You applied all of it, but it is still wrong. All the rules apply. Meaning Abu is light. It doesn't have al with it. Musa is in jar status, but it's still wrong. Because Arabs don't say this like this. They say Abu Musa. There are a few words they like to add a vowel at the end. This is how the Arabs do. We cannot do anything about it. Okay, so we just have to learn that there are a few words when they are used as mudaf, Arabs add a vowel at the end. So abun, when it is used as mudaf, it will be abu. There will be an extra vowel. Okay, so this is something additional to what rules we have already learned. This doesn't apply to all the words, just a few words. Abun is one of them. Similarly, brother of Aisha. Akhun means brother. Aisha is Aisha. If I just apply the rules we have already learned, it should be Ahu Aishata. Aisha is a feminine word, it's partly flexible. So it is jar status. Aishata. But this is wrong because Akhun also belongs to those that set of words. Should be Ahu Aishata. Ahu Aishata. Okay? So we have to be mindful of this thing. And there is a set of words that are like that. Okay? And you see, I have three examples. In one of them, it is this is another type of the general type of mudaf ilay. Rasulullahi, Rasulallahi, and Rasulillahi. So mudaf can be rafa, mudaf can be nasab, mudaf can be jar. But mudaf ilay is always in jar status. Like Allahi, Allahi, Allahi. Rasulu, Rasula, Rasuli. Mudaf can have any status, but mudaf ilayh is always jar. So in case of these words, these special words, when they are in rafa status, it will be abu. When they are in jar, nasab, it will be aba. And when they are in jar, it will be abi. Abu Musa, rafa. Aba Musa, nasab. Abi Musa, jar. Similarly for akhu Aishata, akha Aishata, and akhi Aishata, rafa, nasab, and jar. So instead of waw, there will be an alif when it is nasab status, and then a ya when it is in jar status. And these are only 5 of them. Abun, akhun, hamun, famun, and zu. So rafa will be when they are used as mudaf. It is abu, aba, abi. Abu Bakr, Abu Bakrin, Aba Bakrin, Abi Bakrin. Similarly, akhu, akha, akhi. There are only 5 words. They do that, and we have to be aware of that. So when we see them in mudaf ilay formation, we can identify them. All right. So now we will go to the breakout room, and in the breakout room, what we will do, we will identify which word, which fragment is mudaf ilay, and which is not. So let's go to the breakout room.